court back to the street. Cause this is where we are supposed to be. Oh, we're thriving, shouldn't hide. Take the step back for the win. Fighting for the final score. Shooting shots more and more. Yeah, yeah. Can you hear the crowd? They're calling. Always getting
The players are making their entrance. The show will be underway soon. This is Kendrick Perkins, and you're playing Dunk City Dynasty. We'll start with a jump ball, and we're underway. Out of the bio, setting a screen. Wow, that was way too easy. Attacking the basket. A miss? Shoots with conviction. The D was too tight on that shot. Not much time left. George just denies the shot. Fakes it, didn't shoot, and it's a shot clock violation. Quickly takes it to the rim. George nails the two-pointer. The ball is stopped. With the block. Open look. George hits it. The defender cannot keep up. That shot was contested. Whoa, great D. Gets a good look. Malone, shot is good. Out of the bio, setting the pick. Pulls up from mid-range. George knocks it down. Gets the seal. Going for the dunk with the heavy slam. That's some solid defense. That's a nice dish. Elevates. Malone with an effortless dunk. A chance to end the game. He's so crafty with the ball. Oh my goodness, what a move. An open mid-range. George secures the two-pointer. Goes up for the layup. Malone makes an easy basket. They can seal the deal right here. Uncontested three-pointer, and that's the final buzzer. Congratulations. That was an exciting game from the start to finish. The players are warming up. This will be a fun game to watch. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be your commentator for today's game. Time for the tip-off. Gains the first possession. To the paint, Wade! An explosive finish at the rim. A step back shot. What a beautiful three. A big basket. They got the lead. Create space with the crossover. Lays it up. George buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. That player gives them the lead. Fading from mid-range, sinks the basket. Another lead change in this heated game. Rises up. Wade throws the hammer down, and they take the lead. An open three on the way. Oh, an unfortunate miss from downtown. The shot is contested. That's a bad shot. Malone sets a solid screen. Shot clock about to expire. McCollum lays it up and in. A big basket. They got the lead. A tough three-pointer. An off-balance shot, no good. Fires one off. Shot clock winding down. Nowinski. 3 points off the board. Another lead change in this heated game. A clever fake. Rises up. Malone just casually drops it in. The game is tied. Driving for a layup. Too soft on the shot. Quickly takes it to the rim. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. With a well-timed pick. Just too quick for the defense. Wide open for a three. Steph Curry knocks down the three with poise. And they take the lead. A failed drive attempt. Now that's what we call a brilliant pass. Fires away. Nowinski. That's just way too easy. That player gives them the lead. A wide open shot. Malone sinks the basket. And we're all tied up. A wide open three. Wade drains the three-pointer. A good look for three. McCollum knocks down the three. It's a brand new ball game from now. The defender is dropped. Driving for a layup. George lays it up and in. An open mid-range. McCollum secures the two-pointer. We're back to even now. Going for the dunk. Wade with the rack attack. Lays it up. Malone lays it in. Now that's too easy. The game is tied. Blows by the D. Bad shot selection right there. Tie game. It's anybody game right now. The defender is shaking off on that one. Hits it. Defense needs to be better now. Uncontested contested three-pointer. McCollum. Defenders are gonna have a hard time now. It's all square now. What a game. Force the opponent to stop. What an incredible assist. Wade scores with a dunk. The floor is looking slippery out there. Between the legs, step back three. Goes straight for a three-pointer. Defense was all over. Cut down. 3, 2. A successful contest by the defender. 1. And that concludes our game. And there it is, a big win for them. Both teams are ready to go. I'm sure we're in for a great game. This is Kendrick Perkins, and you're playing Dunk City Dynasty. Tip-off is next. Wins the opening tip. Cannot shake off the defender. Davis running the pick and roll. Great defense. A contested shot. A forced shot and missed. Goes for a fadeaway. The shot bounces off the rim. Creates space with a step back. Nice D on that play. A fadeaway jumper. Steph Curry hits it. A wide open three. The touch isn't quite there today. A difficult mid-range shot, not a smart play. That's a quick release. George knocks down the three. And they take the lead. Step back and pops. Not feeling it from beyond the arc. Goes up for the layup. Nurkic nails the two-pointer. A big basket. They got the lead. Davis sets a solid screen. Attacking the basket. George makes an easy basket. Another lead change in this heated game. Fires away. Hits it. Defense needs to be better now. That player gives them the lead. Wide open for a three. Some tough luck there on the three. A clever pass. No hesitation for that shot. You know he'll go in when Curry takes the shot. Davis setting the pick. Some tight defense here. Steph Curry with a big-time block. Excellent pass. Open look. Murray. Shot is good. Pump fakes. Lays it up. Dodges. Buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. Attacking the basket. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. Doncic finds the open man. An open three on the way. Steph Curry. Defenders are going to have a hard time now. Tight defense right there. That's a slick move. A good look for three. George. That's just way too easy. Between the legs, step back three. Launches on top of defense. Steph Curry with an amazing shot. Setting a screen. Driving for a layup. George makes an easy basket. We got ourselves a tight ball game. The defender is shaking off on that one. A tough shot. Nurkic makes it over tight defense. Quickly takes it to the rim. George buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. Wide open for a three. Steph Curry knocks down the three with poise. Cut down. 4. Davis running the pick and roll. George lays it up and in. And that's it. The game is over. It's a disappointing loss, but they'll learn from this and try harder next time. The players are making their entrance. The show will be underway soon. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be your commentator for today's game. Okay, now, the opening tip. And we're underway. A failed drive attempt. That's some solid defense. An open three on the way. George. 3 points off the board. Uncontested three-pointer. Drains the three-pointer. And we're all tied up. Julio with a well-timed pick. Nails the two-pointer. Gets a good look. George knocks it down. We're back to even now. Pulls up from mid-range. Sinks the basket. The defender cannot keep up. Kind of forced that one. The defense was all over that shot. A contested shot. The defense was all over that shot. Goes up for the layup. Missed it. Going rush deep. A good look for three. Whew. Missed an opportunity there. A wide open shot. Ingram secures the two-pointer. It's a brand new ball game from now. Julio setting a screen. George. What a beautiful three. Great defense. Create space with the crossover. Fakes the shot. Some tight defense here. A clever fake. That shot was contested. Ingram hits it. That'll hurt the opponents. Just too quick for the defense. A successful contest by the defender. George sinks it in. How did that one go in? That's a deep three. You won't be making that shot every day. Going rush deep. Fires away. Knocks down the three. And we're all tied up. An open mid-range. George. Shot is good. Flying snatch is on. Fool with the great anticipation. Elevates. George. Scores with a dunk. The game is tied. Fakes the shot. Pump fakes. Goes up with strength. Boom. Lays it in. Now that's too easy. Cannot shake off the defender. A failed drive attempt. Oh my goodness, what a move. A wide open three. 3 points off the board. A big basket. They got the lead. Lays it up. George lays it up and in. Another lead change in this heated game. A tough three-pointer. Better slow it down now. A clever pass. There's still time for miracles. What a beautiful three. Going rush deep. Fakes it. Didn't shoot. Pulls up from mid-range. Ingram hits it. Julio running the pick and roll. George knocks it down. A clever fake. Now that's what we call a brilliant pass. A wide open three. George. Defenders are gonna have a hard time now. Cut down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go straight for a three-pointer, and that's the final buzzer. And they come away with the W. Both teams are ready to go. This will be a fun game to watch. This is Kendrick Perkins, and you're playing Dunk City Dynasty. Okay, now, the opening tip. Gains the first possession. A good look for three. No good from the three-point line. An open three on the way. Oh, an unfortunate miss from downtown. That's some solid defense. Some tight defense here. Attacking the basket. Nails the two-pointer. Blows by the D. Gasol sets a solid screen. Sinks the basket. It's a brand new ball game from now. Gets a good look. A two-pointer, won't go. A wide open shot. Off the mark on that one. Fires away. George, that's just way too easy. Oh my goodness, what a move. Excellent pass. Wide open for a three. Kuminga drains the three-pointer. We're back to even now. Blows by the D. The defender is shaking off on that one. Driving for a layup. Makes an easy basket. Great defense. Open look. Secures the two-pointer. It's a brand new ball game from now. A difficult mid-range shot. Nice D on that play. Uncontested three-pointer. Hits it. Defense needs to be better now. An open three on the way. George drains the three-pointer. The game is tied. Shoots with conviction. A missed attempt from three. No. Creates space with the crossover. Quickly takes it to the rim. George buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. Time is running out. Quick hands on that strip. Fakes the shot. Zion with an unstoppable dunk. Zion throws it down with authority. Gasol setting the pick. That's just way too easy. The defender cannot keep up. Just takes the ball away. Wow, that was way too easy. A wide open shot. The players are looking tired. Every possession matters now. Lays it up. George makes an easy basket. Gasol with a well-timed pick. What an incredible assist. Porzingis. That's a clean block. Gasol sets a solid screen. Fires away. Defenders are going to have a hard time now. The game is all tied up. Cut down. 4, 3. Uncontested three-pointer. 3 points off the board. Two, one. A long-range three-pointer. And that concludes our game. What a performance from the home team. I'll see you next time. The players are warming up. I'm sure we're in for a great game. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be the commentator for today's game. Time for the tip-off. Cannot shake off the defense. Levine throws the hammer down. Attacking the basket. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. And we're all tied up. Pump fakes. Watch out for the dunk. He did not just miss that. To the paint. Gasol with the rack attack. A wide open three. George. What a beautiful three. That player gives them the lead. Launches a quick shot. They're struggling on the offensive end. Create space with the crossover. A good look for three. Shot clock about to expire. Whew, missed an opportunity there. The floor is looking slippery out there. That's too far out. It's too hard to make a shot from that distance. That's a quick release. Nowinski. Shot is good. Blows by the D. Gasol. Running the pick and roll. Gasol with a well-timed pick. An open mid-range. Missed it. Oh my goodness, what a move. Kind of forced that one. A forced shot and missed. Launches on top of defense. That was not a good chance. Gasol setting the pick to the paint. Gasol, an explosive finish at the rim. Such a smart pass from Doncic. No hesitation for that shot. Nowinski hits it. Defense needs to be better now. Wide open for a three. Levine knocks down the three. Tight defense right there. A good look for three. Nowinski, what a beautiful three. The defender is shaking off on that one. Launches a quick shot. Some tough luck there on the three. That's a nice dish. Fires one off. George. Defenders are gonna have a hard time now. Launches a quick shot. Nowinski drains the three-pointer. Setting a screen. Fakes it, didn't shoot. Shot clock winding down. Excellent pass. Great defense to force a shot clock violation. Great defense. We got ourselves a tight ball game. Goes up for the layup. Whoa, bit of bad luck on that attempt. An open three on the way. No good from the three-point line. Quickly takes it to the rim. George nails the two-pointer. No hesitation for that shot. George hits it. Cut down. 4, 3. Driving for a layup. Lays it up and in. Two, one. George with the big rejection. And they come away with the W. Both teams are ready to go. This will be a fun game to watch. This is Kendrick Perkins, and you're playing Dunk City Dynasty. We'll start with a jump ball. That's a nice dish. Fires away. 3 points off the board. The defender cannot keep up. Nowinski running the pick and roll. A tough shot, not a smart play. Wide open for a three. The touch isn't quite there today. Watch out for the dunk. Pure dominance on display right there. Gets a good look. Booker knocks it down. Oh my goodness, what a move. Pump fakes. Now that's what we call a brilliant pass. Shoots a fader, hits it. Lays it up. George buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. Open look. Missed the open shot. Uncontested three-pointer. Knocks down the three. Attacking the basket. Blew that one. The shot is contested. Better slow it down now. Blows by the D. A wide open three. Hits it. Defense needs to be better now. A clever fake. What an incredible assist. Pulls up from mid-range. Nowinski secures the two-pointer. Uncontested three-pointer. Not feeling it from beyond the arc. An open three on the way. Murray, that's just way too easy. Shoots from way downtown. That's to be expected. Fires away. The shot bounces off the rim. Pulls up from mid-range. Murray is always reliable from mid-range. The Capella block. Driving for a layup. George nails the two-pointer. Wide open for a three. Oh, an unfortunate miss from downtown. Open look. Basket goes in for Murray. That's a deep three. It's too hard to make a shot from that distance. Capella with the screen. A wide open three. 3 points off the board. The defender is shaking off on that one. They're leading by a large margin. Some tight defense here. Quickly takes it to the rim. Buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. A good look for three. The shot bounces off the rim. Murray takes a tough three over the defense. Murray makes a tough three. Wide open for a three. George knocks down the three. Launches on top of defense. Cut down. 3, 2. Elevates with an effortless dunk. One. That's too far out. And this one is in the books. This is a learning experience. I'm sure they'll come back stronger next time. The players are making their entrance. The show will be underway soon. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be the commentator for today's game. Tip-off is next. In open mid-range, Durant knocks it down. A good look for three. No good from the three-point line. An open three on the way. Ooh, missed an opportunity there. Gets a good look. Durant, shot is good. Bad shot selection right there. Whoa, great D. Fires away. Durant, what a beautiful three. Going rush deep. Goes up for the layup. George lays it up and in. A wide open three. Not feeling it from beyond the arc. A contested shot, a forced shot and missed. Uncontested three-pointer, George. That's just way too easy. A wide open shot. I can't believe that shot didn't go in. Create space with the crossover. That's a slick move. Lays it up. Time is running out. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. Julio setting the pick in open mid-range. Durant sinks the basket. Forced the opponent to stop. A clever pass, a failed drive attempt. Open look. George hits it. We're back to even now. Fakes it. Didn't shoot. Fakes the shot. Going for the dunk. Julio with the posterizer. The defender is dropped. Wide open for a three. Some tough luck there on the three. Pulls up from mid-range. The players are looking tired. A wide open three. Durant drains the three-pointer. Going rush D. Shoots with conviction. The D was too tight on that shot. Sends it away. He's so crafty with the ball. Not much time left now. Goes straight for a three-pointer. That's a bad shot. I'm afraid that's it. Not too much of a chance now. The shot is contested. An off-balance shot, no good. Julio just casually drops it in. Attacking the basket. George makes an easy basket. Gets a good look. Durant secures the two-pointer. That's a nice dish. Just too quick for the defense. Uncontested three-pointer. George hits it. Defense needs to be better now. 4, 3, 2, 1. A wide open shot. And this one is in the books. Hope they'll use this loss as motivation for the next game. The players are warming up. I'm sure we're in for a great game. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be your commentator for today's game. Time for the tip-off. The ball is stopped. Rises up with the heavy slam. Davis with a well-timed pick. Setting a screen. The defender cannot keep up. George nails the two-pointer. We're back to even now. Pulls up from mid-range. Sinks the basket. Quickly takes it to the rim. A miss. Pump fakes. That's some solid defense. Oh my goodness, what a move. Shot clock winding down. George blocks the shot. They just couldn't get a shot off in time. Open look. George. Shot is good, and we're all tied up. A fadeaway jumper. Defense was all over. Goes for a fadeaway. The touch isn't quite there today. Elevates. Throws down a ferocious slam. Davis sets a solid screen. George knocks it down. It's a brand new ball game from now. Blows by the D, shoots a fader. Defenders are gonna have a hard time now. The defender is dropped. Julio rises up for that block. Tatum with the block. Fading from mid-range. Julio preparing for takeoff. Julio finishes with a commanding slam. Going rush deep. Create space with the crossover. Driving for a layup. George makes an easy basket. A good look for three. Not feeling it from beyond the arc. Fires away. Defenders are gonna have a hard time now. A wide open shot. George hits it. The defender is shaking off on that one. Goes for a fadeaway. I can't believe that shot didn't go in. Lays it up. George lays it up and in. There's still time for miracles. A fadeaway jumper. Shot is good. Kind of forced that one. Not a smart play. Tight defense right there. Shoots a fader. Some tough luck there on the three. Cannot shake off the defender. Cut down. 4, 3. Drains the three-pointer. Three, 2. Great defense. 1. Just denies the shot. They couldn't get it done this time, but they'll bounce back. Both teams are ready to go. The show will be underway soon. This is Kendrick Perkins, and you're playing Dunk City Dynasty. We'll start with a jump ball. A tough three-pointer. That was not a good chance. Shoots from way downtown. You won't be making that shot every day. The defender cannot keep up. The defender cannot keep up. That's a quick release. Time is running out. Oh, an unfortunate miss from downtown. Some tight defense here. Not much time left now. Goes up for the layup. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. Julio setting a screen. George with a big time block. An open three on the way. George, that's just way too easy. The shot is contested. A missed attempt from three. No, Derrick Jackson Jr. sends it away. Attacking the basket. Murray buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. What an incredible assist. Zion scores with a dunk. Fires one off. Derrick Jackson Jr. 3 points off the board. Zion running the pick and roll. Doncic sinks the basket. A failed drive attempt. A clever pass. Going rush deep. An open mid-range. Missed the open shot. Now that's what we call a brilliant pass. Wide open for a three. Whew, missed an opportunity there. That's some solid defense. Goes straight for a three-pointer. That was not a good chance. Zion Derrick Jackson Jr. with the big rejection. Oh my goodness, what a move. Blue arrow out. Not a good choice by Murray. That's a bad shot. Excellent pass. Zion blocks the shot. A step back shot. An off-balance shot, no good. Going for the dunk. Zion, an explosive finish at the rim. Now that's what we call a brilliant pass. Create space with the crossover. Driving for a layup. George lays it up and in. A tough three-pointer. A missed attempt from three. No. Uncontested three-pointer. A large deficit to overcome with precious little time remaining. Shoots with conviction. The D was too tight on that shot. Launches on top of defense. Defense was all over. Cannot shake off the defender. An open three on the way. Murray hits it. Defense needs to be better now. Shoots with conviction. Cut down. Better slow it down now. 3, 2, 1. Blows by the D. A difficult mid-range shot. What a performance from the home team. I'll see you next time. The players are making their entrance. I'm sure we're in for a great game. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be your commentator for today's game. Okay, now, the opening tip. Some tight defense here. Rises up, just casually drops it in. Quickly takes it to the rim. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. The game is tied. A good look for three. Knocks down the three. Julio sets a solid screen. Bad shot selection right there. Nice D on that play. That's a quick release. The touch isn't quite there today. The defender is shaking off on that one. Creates space with the crossover. Gets a good look. Secures the two-pointer. That's a nice dish. So what a defensive effort from Julio. Oh my goodness, what a move! Shot clock about to expire. Launches on top of defense. A missed attempt from three. No, a wide open three. George, what a beautiful three. And they take the lead. To the paint with the rack attack. We're back to even now. With a well-timed pick. A wide open shot. George knocks it down. Fading from mid-range. The shot bounces off the rim. Zion with an unstoppable dunk. Zion with a rim-rattling dunk. Lays it up. George buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. Watch out for the dunk. He misses that? I don't believe it. Launches a quick shot. What a beautiful three. A big basket. They got the lead. That's some solid defense. That's a slick move. Setting a pick, a clever fake. The defender is shaking off on that one. Shot clock winding down. George nails the two-pointer. That player gives them the lead. Going rush deep. Going for the dunk. Throws the hammer down. And they take the lead. A long-range three-pointer, that's to be expected. What a defensive effort from Julio. Open look, sinks the basket. Every possession matters now, fakes the shot. Away. No hesitation for that shot. Defenders are gonna have a hard time now. The floor is looking slippery out there. Goes up for the layup. George makes an easy basket. Cut down. 4, 3, 2. Goes straight for a three-pointer. And that's it. The game is over. It's a disappointing loss, but they'll learn from this and try harder next time. The players are warming up. This will be a fun game to watch. This is Kendrick Perkins, and I will be the commentator for today's game. Tip-off is next. Wide open for a three. Some Luka magic on display right there. Force the opponent to stop. Julio sets a solid screen. George, shot is good. A wide open three. No good from the three-point line. Julio. Setting the pick. Too soft on the shot. Blows by the D. Shoots from right under the rim. And then B with the layup. An open mid-range. George hits it. An open three on the way. That's just way too easy. Quickly takes it to the rim. George lays it in. Now that's too easy. A good look for three. Not feeling it from beyond the arc. Uncontested three-pointer. No good from the three-point line. Fires away. 3 points off the board. Another lead change in this heated game. The defender cannot keep up. A wide open three. Some tough luck there on the three. A clever pass. Julio setting a screen. Uncontested three-pointer. Missed an opportunity there. Excellent pass. Fires one off. George drains the three-pointer. Blows by the D. Wide open for a three. Hits it. Defense needs to be better now. An open three on the way. The shot bounces off the rim. Embiid ready to protect the paint. Create space with a step back. The touch isn't quite there today. Going Julio. That's a clean block. Time is running out. Can't step. A successful contest by the defender. The defense was all over that shot. The defender is shaking off on that one. Attacking the basket. George buries it down low. No one was protecting the rim. The shot is contested. That's a bad shot. Launches a quick shot. George knocks down the three. Cannot shake off the defender. What an incredible assist. A tough three-pointer. Defense was all over. I'm afraid time is not their friend right now. No hesitation for that shot. George drains the three-pointer. Going right deep. James with the heavy slam. Julio running the pick and roll. Driving for a layup. Lays it up and in. Going rush deep. Pulls up from mid-range. Knocks it down. The defender cannot keep up. Cut down. An off-balance shot, no good. Julio with an effortless dunk. Two, that's a deep three. And that concludes our game. Congratulations, that was an exciting game from the start to finish. The players are warming up. The show will be underway soon. I'm Perkins, and the game is brought to you by Meebo TV. We'll start with a jump ball. Create space with the crossover. That's a nice dish. Julio rises up for that block. Fakes it, didn't shoot. Gets a good look. They're struggling on the offensive end. That shot was contested. Whoa, great D. Quick low, sends it away. Open look. Off the mark on that one. Fires away. Oh, an unfortunate miss from downtown. A good look for three. Some tough luck there on the three. Rises up. Malone with the rack attack. Goes up for the layup. George makes an easy basket. It's a brand new ball game from now. Going rush deep. A wide open shot. Levine secures the two-pointer. Driving for a layup. George nails the two-pointer. And we're all tied up. A failed drive attempt. Launches on top of defense. Better slow it down now. Now that's what we call a brilliant pass. Curry will hit that shot 24/7. Pulls up from mid-range. George. Shot is good. An open mid-range. Curry sinks the basket. An open three on the way. The touch isn't quite there today. Curry with a well-timed pick. Excellent pass. Oh my goodness, what a move. To the paint, Malone with a jaw-dropping dunk. Uncontested three-pointer. George knocks down the three. Curry gravity is on. Shoots with conviction. The three is good. Curry just ignored the defense. The defender is shaking off on that one. Lays it up. George lays it up and in. Rush deep, an explosive finish at the rim. Create space with the crossover. I'm afraid that's it. Not too much of a balloon with the big rejection. A good look for three. The shot bounces off the rim. Blocks the shot. Going rush deep. Sets a solid screen. Gets a good look. Levine hits it. Blows by the D. Wide open for a three. Cut down. 3, 2, 1. A wide open three. And this one is in the books. They couldn't get it done this time, but they'll bounce back.
This guy has single-handedly revived YouTube vlogging. If you haven't seen him, what fucking rock are you living under? Daniel Dallin is blowing up, and here are the 3 things he is doing that you should be copying. Number 1, be raw.
The truth is that everyone has self-doubt.
In today's society, we are so tired of the Mr. Beastification of all content. Over-edited, super fast-paced, crazy sound effects, and visuals every 3 seconds. With Daniel's content, he's real and raw. He shows the ups, the downs, and just about everything in between.
Momentum is really everything.
Number 2, aesthetic. When you watch Daniel's vlog, you know it's his vlog. From his thumbnails to his work setup and visuals, he created an aesthetic that is clearly being copied. POV is Daniel Dallin. Number 3, his lifestyle. The truth is, vlogs are only really